episode of the Redneck Roundtable. All right, the Redneck Roundtable basically is just an idea that myself and a couple friends came up with. We just want to kind of get together and talk about some redneck stuff and just things going on in life. Everything from A to Z, I guess, is what we're looking to do. So, without further ado, today I have with me Jerry Staley.
Woohoo! How you doing?
And then we have Logan Pickens.
What's going on, guys?
So we have a couple other members also of the club that aren't able to be with us today, but we'll bring them in as we need to. So today we just kind of start off and tell everybody about our journey here and what it's been like to start the podcast. Again, like I said, this was an idea that I came up with another friend of mine years and years and years ago, and here we are today. We're going to try it out and see what happens. Hope you guys enjoy the content that we're putting out. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to us. We really appreciate it. We're going to be doing a lot of different things with the podcast. We're going to be promoting local businesses, charities, children's activities, things like that. So, if you feel the need, press like and subscribe to us. So without further ado, I guess, here we go with Jerry. So Jerry, what do you think the journey's been so far starting the podcast?
I'm being honest with you. Billy Crow has a lot of ideas. He comes up with this, and I just thought, okay, I'm going to give him his due, and I'm going to come up and see what it's about. So we did a 10-minute episode, then that's when I got hooked. Right now, I was like, this can work. And every meeting, we only had 3 meetings.
Yeah.
And it's actually surprised myself.
What do you think, Logan?
About a week ago, when you guys were starting up that 10-minute thing you guys were doing, I didn't expect to be getting involved in a podcast so soon, but when you guys invited me over and showed me what you're doing, you told me to, hook up with some editing, see where this could go, and I instantly got hooked. I was like, oh my god, like I've been wanting to do one of these forever, So I'm so excited to do this, and I feel like doing it with you guys would be it's gonna be great.
We crack each other up anyway. But honestly, we were going to McDonald's, and he goes, "Man, I need a technical guy." I said, "What about Logan?" He goes, "Logan do this stuff?" I said, "Yeah, he does."
Yeah, and that was just one of the many hurdles involved in starting this podcast. It's an idea that I had in my head, but it takes a lot of guys to make something like this happen. It's very overwhelming. Anybody out there that thinks they want to do one, I will just tell you, go for it. Just try. Get something together and put it out there. This could be a total flop for us. We don't know yet, you know what I mean? But we're having a blast with it. And my major goal with this whole thing was to get some of my closest friends together that we could sit in a room and talk, just about things that are happening in our lives, because, we're at the age now, that we're all middle-aged except for our young bucks. We got some young guys here to get some of the flavor of the youth in this thing.
And I don't pass a bathroom up, that's how old I am.
So, the young guys in here, I think, are going to give a perspective on how challenging it is today for the things that they're facing versus what we have faced, in our time growing up. And I think that's going to be pretty cool stuff to hear.
Yeah, but you got to admit, we sit around and crack each other up for years. We often thought, if we could just say that.
Yeah, and how many guys do that? You know what I mean? Everybody does that. You know what I mean? Everybody out there has their group of friends that they get together with, and they do this. And, for me, it was, I had my motocross friends, the motocross community. That's where I went, and I expressed myself, and I had fun with those things, But then, like I said, life takes over, and that stuff kind of takes the back seat. You're getting a little bit older. A lot of things come into play. Money, family, injuries, things like that. So this was an opportunity for me to kind of bring back the sitting around the pits at the motocross race, talking with your buddies and just talking trash and about what's going on in life. So that's kind of what this whole thing was set up and designed to do, and hopefully encourage others to go out and do the same thing.
Yeah, but I was making you crack up on the floor lots of times.
Oh, no
And
doubt,
I wish
no
I
doubt.
could. I wish I could just go back in time and I don't even know what I said.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I mean, we all crack each other.
Yeah,
up,
absolutely.
So
Yeah,
if we can capture that here in this podcast, and I mean, it's golden.
Yeah.
It's really golden.
Especially the time when I first met Billy at your house on New Year's, and showed him the thing about building that shelf.
Yeah, building it with a drywall sander.
I never seen Billy laugh that hard in my life.
It was good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so let's just take a minute then, I think, to just kind of go over who we are and what we do. A little bit of background of each one of us guys. Maybe some of you guys out there can relate to it and are in similar trades or jobs, and give us a shout. Feel free to text us on our platform if you guys have any kind of ideas or anything, or things you'd like to talk about. Hit us up, man. We'd love to talk about things that you guys are interested in. So without further ado, again, let's let Logan start off. Let's hear a little bit about Logan. What's your story?
So I'm a school bus driver.
Okay,
And
where do you drive school buses?
I drive for High County schools here in the valley here. I've grown up being around kids. Ever since I got through high school, I started coaching Little League baseball actually when I was a junior up there, because baseball was like all my life growing up, and being around kids was teaching them how to do things, teaching them how to be a good person, the right way to do things, was definitely like a thing that I loved doing. I actually went to school to be a teacher for a year and a half, but like people say, college isn't for everybody. So I ended up finding my niche after so long that I finally found my niche, and being a school bus driver, being in the school system at some point. So growing up as where I came from to where I am now was a struggle, definitely in this life of not being able really to have anything like money-wise, or struggle to keep a job. And I have a lot of experience, and I want to tell kids the right way to do things that I did wrong, and I just love being around a group of kids and just teaching them everything the right way, how to do everything.
Yeah. So what are your hobbies? What do you like to do?
So I'm a big video game guy. I like streaming also, like on video games and stuff. I'm a big sports fanatic, huge. Like, if you want to talk Pittsburgh Steelers with me, I can talk back, going all the way back to the 70s, the 60s, the 80s, 90s. The same goes as like the Pirates, the Penguins. Big sports guy. I also love just talking to people about just about anything, like life. Well, not politics, because that's a tough subject, but just anything about life, like where people came from, where people are now, or how are they dealing with stuff. It's nice to get to know, because I'm a people person. I like knowing what people are going through, because it's better to able to communicate with someone when you know what they're going through.
Yeah. What about family?
Family? Well, my family.
Let's just touch on it for right now.
My family's probably a whole podcast in itself. So my family's a little bit psycho. Let's just put it there. But they are like the most when they are is the most loving and caring family you could ever have. Because since I got married last October, when you two were there speaking, we'll talk about something about the garter toss, what they did down the road. We'll show a video of that at some point. But what my family did for me and my wife, leading up to the wedding for 2 years, it meant a lot to me, even though they're psychotic at times and they really wanted me to pull whatever hair I had out. But it showed me how much.
So how many do you have? Brothers? Sisters?
I have one brother. His name's Lucas, but let's just say he's you know how brothers are, butt heads all the time. And back in the day, I don't know if I should say this, but like.
Hold that. Just hold it. Another episode. Yeah, that's a whole nother.
Edit.
But yeah, I have a brother and I have a cousin that's pretty much she's only 6 months older than me, and we grew up together like sisters. Or not, sister and brother. But it's just our whole family is really connected in a way, and even though we want to hurt each other all the time, but we still love each other all the time too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, what about you, Jerry? What's the story on Jerry Staley?
We got another podcast.
Yeah.
You got any more
Again,
you got any more microphones?
Oh, wait a minute. Before I get back here, how old are you, Logan?
Oh, I am 28, turning 29, and I'm about to be 30 next year, and I am not ready for it. So.
My wife used to babysit him.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Okay, Jerry?
Well, I got out of high school, and I was running in circles. I didn't know, like, these guys are going to college. I went to Catholic school, so all of them, are smart people. I was the dumbest in the class. And I just went in circles. I met my wife at LB's, which everybody met each other back at a restaurant, her parents died, and I got into trucking. I mean, trucking's a quick way to make some money. So I got into trucking. I've been in 34 years. I'm in the Teamsters. I'm in specialty work. I'm very proud of what I did. Always had everything I wanted. I don't regret it. I don't recommend everybody to get into it.
Yeah.
It's not a field. It's 14-hour days, And, sacrificing holidays, sacrificing this. But that's what makes me prouder that I'm going to retire from it someday.
Yeah.
And have a decent retirement. And Max Fact, we's talking about it today. About how much money can I get when I'm 62 to pay for insurance,
Yeah.
So but I've been in a truck. I hope all that stored stuff in my brain comes out.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's at. It's filed away somewhere.
So what about siblings and stuff for you? Brothers, sisters?
Well, I had 4 brothers. 2 of my brothers passed away, Jimmy and Dale. God rest their soul. I got a brother, Pat. Sometimes me and him butt heads like him and Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, he's always just been a true brother to me, And I have a sister. We don't talk that much. You know how families are.
Yeah.
Then I have 2, what I call friends brothers, which is you and Chris.
Uh-huh.
And you always just been there. I mean, I can't remember a day or a week in 35 years, I didn't have them 2. So I'm blessed with good friends.
Yeah.
I'm blessed with good family. I might not think it sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's what we're doing here today, getting together, having a good time. But I hope all that stored information that I cracked myself up going down the road comes out. I swear, it's going to be funny, it's going to be great. And it's in there somewhere, trust me.
Yeah.
It's in there.
Yeah. And how are you now, Jerry?
What? I'm 57 years old.
57
Going
years.
on 26.
57 years young. Yeah, 57 years young.
Yeah. Well, Logan, my wife used to watch him. That's what amazes me. He's 30 years old.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Yeah, believe it or not, it's gone.
But you got to admit though, with my weight, my age, I don't shy away from anything.
Yeah.
I motocross, sports. Me and Logan have a lot. We sometimes, to be honest with you, we're talking about the Steelers. I'll go the opposite way, just to make him mad. He gets so mad. Like I said, we should get rid of T.J. Watt. And he goes, what? Then he goes off into this big, why not? And then I just add on because Steven was down house with my niece's husband. He says, why do you do that to him? I said, because it gets him so mad.
Yeah. Well, we can go into some of those stories about making each other
Yeah,
mad.
guys. Like
Sure.
when I say I'm a sports fanatic, I am a sports fanatic. Like I could talk sports all day long with people if people would want to talk about it.
But that's just I'm here to share my stories. I got a ton of stories. Like I said, I hope they come out. And they will. I mean, when things come up, I'll remember stuff. But I'm blessed with good family, good friends. I mean, Logan and Lucas they're my nephews,
Yeah.
And that's what we're here today. Just if we can just enjoy each other, just what we do here, this is going to be a blast.
Well, that leads me. My name's Bill Crow. A lot of people call me Billy.
Pro to pro.
However you want to say it. Crow the Pro 153 for sure. I'm married to a beautiful woman named Stephanie. I have a son that is an amazing athlete and just a all-around great kid named Rayson. I had dreams for him to actually be a motocross racer, and which is why the name kind of Crow. But life has its path and its purpose and changes those things. So he took the sports path and he seems to excel at it. So that's where we've been with it. I'm 48 years old. I just turned 48 in February.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Never thought you'd be.
Yeah. I also have a daughter. My daughter is from a previous marriage. Her name is Ella, and she's 18 years old and currently goes to college at West Liberty University for dental hygiene. Amazing kid as well. Couldn't ask for better kids for sure. I've been blessed. They're healthy, happy, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for those two. The sky's the limit. But yeah, that's a little bit about us. I hope that you guys enjoyed that a little bit. So I think now what we're going to try and talk about, just for you people out there that are wanting to start podcasting or thinking about it, things like that, is, the direction we want to go with this thing. Personally, we all have different opinions, which is great. It's what drives the whole machine right now. So we're just going to go ahead and go through it a little bit and just kind of tell you guys what we're looking forward to.
I'm just looking forward to making people laugh. I always enjoy putting a smile on people. I maybe say the stupidest thing, but I get away with that for some reason. A lot of people say stupid stuff and they look at you like, what did you just say?
Yeah. For
some reason they look at me and maybe I look like Fester off of the All Adams Family. I don't know. Maybe they feel sorry for me, but I can get away with saying so much stupid things.
I'm definitely ready for this, because I feel like talking to people, especially you two, just to get some things out and talk, and I feel like it would make me feel better as a person and better to do my everyday life stuff. So
that's what me and Billy were talking about. He says, if not, we can get it out. We're not like such a pressure cooker. On the weekends.
And I think for sure, it's a therapeutic thing for me for sure. I know I struggle with a lot of different issues, in life right now, and this absolutely gives me an outlet, somewhere to talk about these things with my friends. As men, we're so, locked into
the rock.
We have to be the rock. We're, this, that, whatever. And if you don't, you're just you're a wuss.
Yeah.
And that's just garbage to me. We're all human beings. We all face the same challenges and diversity, and nobody handles that stuff the same way. No two people handle that the same way. So if you're struggling with something, it's always great to have guys to lean on, that you can talk about these things with, and not feel so isolated and alone. And for me, that's probably one of the biggest driving factors of doing a podcast, is to help everyone, help other men out there, that are struggling with some things. So, like I said again, man, don't be afraid to reach out to us, and put in your comments the things that you're dealing with right now, and we'll talk about what we're going through. Maybe it's something that we all can relate to and help each other with.
And I just can't wait to argue with our other three members, Jason. Me and him argue all the time. I think it's just the funniest thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what right now. It's just an introduction, but I think we'll be talking to each other more, instead of being so robotic right now.
Yeah.
Just we like talking at each other.
Yeah.
And and get some serious issues out here, and it's just that's the what I want to do.
And the reason these guys aren't here today is work schedules and things like that. We got guys working right now. We would love to have everybody here right now on the the first episode here, but. Again, that's life, right? We all have sacrifices we have to make, and we have jobs that we have to go to, and kids, to do things with, and wives that need, special attention and pampering. So just, that's our goal. That's a point of what we're doing here. It's, really to help people, educate people, help people throughout their daily lives.
Yeah, and if you got a wife like mine, stage 5 clinger, well, she needs attention.
Or like my wife that stalks me on my phone all the time.
All right, so let's shift gears here a little bit on the podcast. This is another, I think, a good way to address something here. What would you guys like to see? Where would you like to see the Redneck Roundtable in 1 year?
Honestly, I could see us. Honestly, first off, I could see us, if the way things go that I picture right now, and I have a gut feeling of where things are going to go, I feel like we have the right capabilities to do that. all the, you know, I mean, you have to have better equipment to expand.
Sure.
But I feel like with the group of people that we have, there's going to be a lot of things to talk about, and I think a lot of people,
a lot of personality.
yeah, and I think a lot of people are going to grasp onto that and be like, these guys are like normal people. These aren't like just people just doing this just because.
Yep,
They're actually wanting to talk about things and everyday stuff. And I feel like everybody has a podcast now out there that's like, it's all about the same thing.
So, so 1 year. In 1 year, what would you like to see? What if we could accomplish one thing in a year's time? What would that be?
I don't know. I would say just to be comfortable doing it.
Yeah,
I mean, really, I can't. You can't sit here honestly say this because you're going to have to get a couple episodes in.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to be more natural. I mean, it takes time.
Sure.
I mean, we're just new at this, so I mean, my expectation is high. It's like we have our like we got ride dirt bike. Our expectations to beat everybody on the track.
Absolutely.
But we never do.
So,
well, you might not. But.
Well, my expectation in my head is.
No, you just flip over the handlebars.
Well, I reckon it. I'm good at wrecking.
But
I try.
But in all seriousness, I think in 1 year's time we'll be so used to doing this. Our flow would be perfect. The way that we edit anything is going to be perfect. The way we talk to people and people engage with us is going to be a lot more. And I feel like once we get to that point, I think the roads to go are endless for us.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, and I think my vision, what I'd like to see happen in the next year. We're doing some live broadcasting at events,
I
things
can
like
see that. Yep.
I would love to be involved in some fundraising, projects.
I can see. I was thinking about this right when we started, because you talking about doing live streaming and going to different events and doing that. I've seen some live streams over the years of people actually get a phone system in here and take live phone calls from people.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I feel like that would be an awesome thing for us to do,
I want to see who's out there.
Because you never know who's gonna be on the other line there.
Yeah.
So I feel like for us, just us three in general with our crazy minds, I just think that's going to be great.
Oh, yeah.
At some point down the road.
Yeah, but like I said, I told Billy before, we're going to have to be accustomed to criticism.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be someone out there who's going to just.
Yep.
Well, that's life. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm a personal person. I'm probably sensitive.
Yeah.
And I like to try to put out the best thing I can. But people are going to call in and say something. We're going to just have to kind of just.
Yeah, you just take it on the chin.
Well,
I
love to see who's out there.
Yep.
I want to see who's listening. I want to interact like Logan. I think that is awesome on there. Right there.
I'd rather get a reaction out of somebody than nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because then if we get a reaction, we have people actually talking and thinking. You know what I mean?
And even also, if we don't even do the phone system, like just getting a live stream up and having a feed like behind the camera that we can see chat from people talking to us and replying to that chat live as we go. And I feel like.
Well, I also want to get some, songs going,
Oh, yeah.
make you laugh, stuff like that.
I mean, some songs, we were already talking about that.
You know my country song. You heard of this before.
Yeah.
You heard of it.
What?
I lost my socks. Come on. I'm a truck driver. I always lose my socks.
Yeah, so that would be your first country song.
Exactly. I lost my socks.
I lost my socks. All right, everybody out there that's watching, pay attention. It's coming. The first single from Jerry Staley and the Redneck Roundtable. I can't find my socks.
I swear it's a ghost.
It'll be coming sooner than you think. Trust me.
Sooner than you think.
I just every time I wake up, it's gone.
Yeah, so give us some backstory on this thing, man. Tell me why.
Okay, when I go to sleep in my truck, and I'm tired, like I worked a 10-hour, 15-hour day, whatever it was, and I take my socks off, or I take a shower and put my socks on, I can't find them. Where did they go? Did it come down and get them? What? Where are they?
I feel you on that because it's not where if I would have misplaced them, it's my dog coming to take them and put holes in them.
Listen, Logan, one time I went and took a shower. I was so tired. I woke up with my underwear on backwards. I saw aliens came down and got me. I said, "What happened? Did I get probed?"
Yes, speaking of underwear, bringing up about holes in socks and losing socks and underwear, like Just yesterday, I went all day with having my jeans on. I felt like an airflow back there when I got back home. Like, what is going on? So I took my jeans off and I was laying on my bed. My wife came in and she said, "Logan, you have a hole in the back of your underwear." She was like, I was like, "No, I don't." She's like, "Yeah, I pulled my underwear down and took them off," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's right where the butthole is." So the air would be coming right out of that.
Look, I'll tell you guys a little story. One just came out of foul, okay?
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, I went into a truck stop. It was a real hot day, like 96. I'm going to put some shorts on because, we were in a chemical factory and you had to have boots on. So I'm going on a long trip and I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to put my shorts on. So I went there and did my D, shaved up, all smell all good as a truck driver, And I go out and get something to drink. I'm standing in line. I walk outside, put the key in the truck. I realize I just did my underwear. I mean, they were long underwear, but I stood in line and everything. What the hell?
That doesn't surprise me for
I-
whatever reason.
But I got in the truck to hurry and put the other shorts on. I was like, oh my Lord.
So we got some music coming out here soon for the Redneck Roundtable.
Probably, whoever knows, maybe an album someday.
Yeah, there we go. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. Some funny stuff.
Just to go back a little bit here, let's go back into starting a podcast and how challenging that may seem or feel to you. I think I already expressed the fact that just go for it. Get something together with some friends or yourself, whatever it is you got going on, and just get it out there and talk about it. It does cost a little bit of money to get started up, but you can do it fairly cheap. You know what I mean?
So, yeah.
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah,
to an
you
extent.
don't have to go out and buy the best of equipment for sure to start out. Heck, you can start out.
Yeah.
You can buy a podcast bundle for $200.
Well,
Yeah, but I think-
not even that. Like, you could just go off of your phone and just sit in your room and just have your phone next to your mouth.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
there's
but we got more than one person. That's why we're doing
Well,
this
no,
format
yeah,
here.
and like you could literally just use your phone and then you could send it out to any podcast editing software. There's a million of them out there now.
Yeah, so editing,
So-
editing software is something that you have to address. You may have to subscribe to some kind of package, to get those, to get that editing software, which ranges, from $10 a month to,
Yeah.
who knows what the sky.
So
the
it's all
sky's
in,
the limit on
depending
that.
what we want to get into.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing: is that we're a bunch of local rednecks that don't really. I mean, I know some tech stuff, but not to the extent that most people do. We're country hillbillies here in West Virginia, so it's gonna be just rolling with the wind
Almost
here with
heaven.
us. So
Yeah, yeah. So again, there is some cost associated with it, but it's not anything that I would say you couldn't obtain. Anybody can do it.
yeah,
So again, those are the things that you got to kind of start looking at and
Yeah.
figure out to see what works best for you and your budget. Really.
I really don't know how much money you really got involved in yet. But
Yeah, well, and I have more invested in it than anybody really needs to start out. But that's just me and my energy and my passion for
Yeah.
what we're starting right now. You know what I mean?
and the true honest thing is that you don't need good equipment if the people doing it together are already funny as it is and enjoyable to watch. You don't need the top equipment. You could have a $5 mic from Temu.
Yeah.
Temu, and you can start a podcast, and if you're funny and you're engaging and you seem to connect with a lot of people, you don't need the top equipment. And I feel like that's what we are going to be like here.
Yeah.
But I do think our equipment will get better.
Oh yeah,
I really do.
absolutely. Yeah.
definitely as we grow and stuff like that. Yeah.
I just think it's going to grow, but it's going to
Yeah.
take a little time. But that's what we're here for. To start out.
Yeah,
see what
you get
happens.
going, add on more cameras, add better
Yeah.
audio,
Like, when we were just sitting here talking, I pulled up like a thing here on Google, and it says like podcasts can range between starting one range between $100 and $5,000.
Yeah.
And I don't even think we spent probably not even close to that.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, we don't have. I mean, basically in software and stuff, I would say so far, there's probably somewhere around $100 maybe
Yeah.
wrapped up in it. Of course, we had the laptops and things like that already that we're using. Several things we've had, but we did invest in webcams and some stools and just whatever But you don't need any of that stuff.
No, you don't.
You can do it in your bedroom, set something up in front of your computer, and use the camera off your computer to do it. So it's fairly inexpensive to start it. And again, like I said, we encourage everybody to go out and try it.
This is all new to me. I mean, like I said, I'm learning something. We only had 3 meetings so far,
Yeah.
and we came.
This is only my second one.
Well,
so.
I know, but we came. It actually came pretty quickly. Like we did it before.
Well, like I was saying at the beginning here, like when you guys brought me in last week to talk about this, I was instantly involved. Like I was like you earlier today, like freaking out when I brought you something today.
Yeah, but we took a vote. It's split vote. We have to re-vote.
Okay, but you don't understand like how much I've been wanting to do this with somebody, and you guys are the perfect people that I would like to do this with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and another thing is too, if you have friends that are already podcasting and stuff, go out and lean on those guys. I was very fortunate. We have a great group of guys that have the Pine Room podcast. Go check those guys out, man. They're all about sports, college, high school sports in the area.
Great local podcasts. They a bunch of those guys I went to school with.
Yeah.
And they are awesome guys.
Yeah, so shout out to those guys. Pine Room Podcast. Thank you for helping us out, guys, and getting this thing rolling.
That's what it
definitely
takes.
look forward to working with you guys in the future for sure.
Yeah.
That's what it takes. So people that done it before that want you to do it.
Maybe playing a softball game in the summer sometime.
What?
We'll see.
I like it. I know those guys will be down for it for sure.
Yeah, but there going to be some of them.
Well, we'll have to. Yeah, you have to be clear though. These guys were all collegiate athletes. I think,
We'll challenge them to a 40 time.
No, we're not. We're going to take their 2 top guys and they're going to pick like on a playground. We wanted to last more than an inning.
Yeah, for sure. And then also, I want to give a shout out to Semper Paving. They're one of our sponsors today. Check those guys out on the internet, www.semperfipaving.com for all your asphalt needs. And those guys will be sure to hook you guys up. Great group of people there. Great organization. They're also a service-disabled veteran company-owned company, so shout out to all the veterans out there. We're a huge supporter of all our veteran friends out there.
And I know one of the managers.
No, that company is probably close to my heart because I'm from a Marine family. My grandfather was probably one of the best people in my life. He actually is the best person in my life before he passed away, and he was the
second?
Sure. But he was always involved after he got out of the military with every Marine anything, and I've always dedicated. Even when I was younger, I was in the Young Marines. When I was in elementary school. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I do. I mean, Pappy hung out a lot.
I even shaved my head. I had my own actual outfit. I got my sergeant stripes, and I just growing up, the Marines were just a really big part of my life, and just having this just means a lot. So. We'll talk about my grandfather one day because as Jerry knows, he was a huge
he's a good
influence on everybody.
Yeah, he was a good dude. He was a glue that kept all that craziness you were talking
Yeah,
about
my
together.
family. Yeah.
And when he left, the craziness went crazier. But that just happens. Like my brother, my dad died, my mom died. Things you still think they're there. Like you walk in the door, you don't think they're there.
Yeah,
they're not. But that's another episode.
Yeah, it's for another day.
Yeah. So again, go out and do it. Just don't sit around and think about it and talk about it. Go out and do. Execute. Move forward every single day and try to do better in your life.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of a taste of what things are to come. I think. What are some of the topics, some of the things you guys want to hit on? You know what I mean, that we can talk about. We're not going to elaborate on anything, but let's
do me first.
I think I think what I'd like to see is maybe some response from you guys, the crowd. You know, what do you think? We'll throw some things out here and chime in. You know what I mean? If you want to hear us talk about one thing first or the other, let us know, and we'd be glad to jump into whatever that may be. So,
Yeah,
Jerry, what do you got? What do you want to talk about?
I'm really into cryptid stuff, Bigfoot, UFOs, all that stuff, and I'm really into it. I don't believe it all, but I love to talk about it, and it's interesting. People want to hear that.
Oh, yeah.
They want to hear your opinion,
sure.
and I just love watching. Like my wife, she says, why do we got to watch that episode again? Because it's cool.
Yeah,
I want to watch it, you know.
Yeah.
And Bigfoot especially, I mean, people are seeing stuff, people are faking stuff, but it's also a good topic.
Yeah.
I mean, Logan's been out there. Actually, I faked out Logan one time. You know that, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
No, I know what you're saying, but
What else? What else you want to talk about?
Sports. Like
Oh my
me and
gosh.
Logan's going to get in some arguments.
I tell you what, you'll have to break us up at some point because you'll talk some crazy stuff.
We should do it like a little, maybe next episode, just me and Logan just going at it.
Yeah.
And I just do it just to make him mad. But I mean, I really think his opinion sucks. But I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
What about you, Logan? What do you like to?
Well, definitely sports, like you said. That's definitely a big one. But also, I mean, probably definitely life. Life's definitely a big thing that we definitely need to talk about. Because as men, as you pointed out earlier, that it's difficult for men to get their feelings out because people always care about what the women think, and nothing against women. All you cancel culture out there, don't do that. But I just feel like men need to have a place to get things out because I think men have a lot harder time coming out because they feel like if we come out, then that means
We're weak.
we're weak.
Weaker,
Yeah. But life's definitely a big one. Maybe down the road if we get to an extent, like if something comes big in the world, like
Current events.
stuff like that. Definitely like I don't know, like
A Super Bowl show.
yeah.
There you go.
But that goes with the sports though.
Yeah, well, we
Yeah.
can, the sports you can go off that.
But I would say like technology, because like, listen, I'm a West Virginia guy. I didn't grow up with these guys being in the dirt all the time, but definitely like technology, the younger crowd type stuff that I can get you guys into, like maybe like if we get to a point and I see something, we can have an episode of me asking you guys questions about like what's that, what's this, and then go through that. But I don't know. What do you think, Billy?
Oh, the sky's the limit for me. I got so many ideas. It's unbelievable. I mean, I want to go through everything. I'm into everything. I'm a redneck by nature. I like mud bogging. I like four-wheelers, dirt bikes.
See, I never rode those because I was always afraid I'd break my neck. So.
Yeah, everything. we like building trucks and cars and construction stuff. I'd like to do things as far as challenges go with the group. You know what I mean? There's some good stuff to do.
I'll tell you what. I just thinking about it. I think even talking about like movies and TV shows. That I think that's a lot. What a lot of people like that, like reacting to what is out there. You know what I mean?
And then some other things too. We'll get into like some camping stuff.
Oh, there we go.
Boating. Fishing. Fitness.
Oh, guns.
I'm
big on that now. I love guns.
All kinds of stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just depends. Where we go. Like I said, the sky's the limit. I got so many things to talk about. Again, I'd like to do some, like I said, some traveling around, do some live podcasting and stuff like that in the future. So,
Well, can I confess something?
yeah.
I'm being honest with you, Logan. It wasn't for this dude right here. Half my dreams about riding dirt bike would never come true. I was just a dreamer. This dude here, he's like, okay, let's do it, and he just does it. And we got cool bikes. Our bikes look good. I mean, I might not have been able to ride, but it looked like I could.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I did do good. I'm decent. I'm not like, pro, not even a sea rider, but I had fun. When I went out and did it. But it wasn't for him dragging me. I'd just been sitting on the bench with the rest of the people. Because and then he goes, let's do this, Staley. Let's go do this. And I'm like, I ain't doing it. And he goes, yes, you are. Call me up at 7 o'clock in the morning and ice out. You're coming with me.
That's right. Let's get it. Let's get it done, man.
And my wife, when you look at me, he says, "You're too old to be hanging out with him." I'm like, "Nah, he's cool." So he drugged me into a lot of stuff that I dreamed about. You know what I mean? And it's appreciated. I mean, that's the kind of friend we are. We just he's like, "Staley, get up here. We're going to change these brakes on these cars." And he says, "We're going to do it." You know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so that's the direction I have to go into. You know, I mean, I like to do a lot of live local stuff too. But you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So you know, with that being said, you know, I think we're probably at a good spot here where we can end today on this episode.
Yeah.
I hope everybody joins. I hope everybody likes it, and it's going to be funny. It might be sad at times, but it's going to be good.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But that's life though. It's like there's happy times, there's sad times, and just in general,
like the happy times.
Yeah, definitely the happy times.
All right, everybody, thank you for hanging out with us today.
Thank you guys.
You know, we'll be back with some more material. We hope you guys like what we have to come yet. Again, big shout out to the Pine Room Podcast. Check those guys out. And also to Semper Fi Paving. We're out of here, everyone. Thank you.